ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Monday. While John Canoe takes center stage here in New Providence on New Year's Day, over in beautiful Exuma, it's all about the Bull Red Regatta. Our very own Julian Gibson will be covering the sailing event for us. In fact, he's over there in Exuma now helping organizers with the countdown.
Well, it's shaping up pretty well. We're getting all the little final touches here, and the boat's in shape, and now we're getting on the ground here now, and that's pretty much it.
How many boats you looking at sailing this year?
Well, we expect 14, but I heard through the grapevine that 3 boats are not coming, so we got 11 boats, so we'll deal with that.
11 boats, boy, that should be very competitive.
I think so. You know, we got top boats like Golden Girl, you got Thunderbird here, and Belrage, Fugitive, all boats sailing well, and we got Termeg out of Staniel Key, you know, and that should be good for us.
Your regatta, any pressure on you? This is the Buller Edge Buzzy regatta. Any pressure winning this regatta in your dad name?
The winning part is not important to me, you know. I just want everybody to come out and have fun, you know. That's the bottom line.
But you don't want to beat you in your regatta, though.
I never want to get beat. If I go in the ring, I want to win. You know, I rather sit out if I don't. I ain't getting beat.
What it means for you, boy? This has been more than 10 years. Every year the regatta continues to grow.
Well, I think it's growing. It's growing. You know, we get some words out from the guys. You know, they're getting into it a little bit. You know, we want to see more Long Island here. You know, boats from Nassau here. We invite them every year. They just wouldn't show. We're gonna have the kids race on Thursday, and we want to get the winter resident involved in that. We're gonna have a special race for them. You know, to get them involved. We got John Canoe after on the final day. You know, but we have live band here straight through.
So Buller Edge Class 3 got to be jumping, excited. People need to circle those dates in and be in place.
You bet, Julian. You know, I want to tell all of y'all who didn't plan your weekend with us, man, on the 1st and 2nd.
Looking to start off the new year with a win in sailing is Reverend Dr. Philip McPhee. The sailing reverend who owns the Thunderbird admitted to the downfalls this year, but strongly believes that his boat can sail away with a few titles in the C class. The Thunderbird is now known as the Bahama Breeze Thunderbird.
I've always said that the Thunderbird, in my opinion, is the fastest C class in the Bahamas. We have lost several regattas, but it was not the boat. We're putting together an outstanding team. We're hoping to have an outstanding captain. As you know, I use effort, and you know, effort has been challenged by some things that happened in Harbour Island a couple of years ago, and he's very, discomfort about it, but we're trying to motivate him to come on back and continue sailing.
Young ballers are running the court in the Providence Basketball Classic, which is currently going on at the C.I. Gibson Gymnasium. The popular holiday tournament is a hit for high school teams and their coaches, who use it as a means to stay in shape. One team netting a win early in the tournament was St. John's beating Temple Christian 52-36.
The day was a different day because majority of my players were not here yesterday, my point guard in particular. But everyone's back today, but they're still out of shape from the Christmas break.
What did you like that you saw from your team today?
Well, they had a lot of ball movement and they made a lot of free throws today. So that's a plus.
What do you want to see from them moving forward now?
To push the ball, less turnovers, and to play good defense.
What are you expecting now as you go back into the private school season?
To win a second championship.
The sport of judo now has a place they can call home, where they can train without any disturbance. With the goal of qualifying for the 2020 Olympic Games in mind, working out is very important.
The training center is at Holy Family Catholic Church, and we have a 4,000 square foot training center that has a floor that has 300 tires on it, so that's a really good spring floor, and it also has a gym in it. And we had a pilot program at R.M. Bailey where 60 kids are now participating in it. Plus we have our regular membership. So we have probably 150 or so people practicing in it. So we're really enthusiastic about it.
As the year comes to a close, we take a look back at the success both locally, regionally, and internationally. There were ups and downs, but through it all, Bahamian athletes were able to excel, many of them giving thanks to their support systems, which includes coaches. Our sports team here at ZNES took a closer look at the performances of all of the athletes and teams and then voted on the coaches of the year. Here's how they stacked up from 10 to 1. Coming in at 10 is Everett Frazier, head coach of the Queens College Comets track and field squad. The Comets derailed the St. Augustine's Big Red Machine, winning the BAISS track and field championship this year. We went to Andrews for our number 9 pick, who is John Ingram, an all-around coach. Ingram's teams have shown improvement in all sports, especially track and field and basketball. The track and field squad was very dominant at the B3A's National High School Championship, while the basketball team netted a couple of wins at several local tournaments. From Andrews, we moved to Abaco, where you'll find Hazel McDonald, head coach of the Craters Bulldogs softball team. The Bulldogs were looking to repeat as back-to-back champions at this year's round-robin tournament, but they were stopped between the white lines by the Commando Security Truckers. McDonald is also one of the national head coaches for the men's softball squad. At number 7 is Devin Smith, former national volleyball member of the men's squad, who moved on to coach the national side after he retired from playing. Smith also founded the Defenders Volleyball Club and the Defend Your Spike Volleyball Tournament. Smith passed away on Monday, December 21st. He was 44. Pacing the sidelines with a clipboard in his hand is our number 6 pick, Mario Bolag, the national basketball coach and head coach of the CC Sweden Cobra Senior Boys, as well as the Corrupt Builders Cheaters, had a successful year. The men's national basketball squad made history and the Cobras netted the Hugh Campbell Basketball Championship. As for the Lady Cheaters, they advanced to the playoff rounds in the New Providence Women's Basketball Association. The name Patricia is not as famous as the one Patty, which she is affectionately called. Patty Johnson is a veteran coach who specializes in basketball, but is also all around. She has led the HO Nash Lions junior girls squad to numerous titles in the GSSA League, tournaments they played in, as well as given her athletes the much-needed international exposure. David Charlton sits in the 4th spot. The former national record holder in the 400-meter hurdles was recently inducted into his college's Hall of Fame. Charlton is the founder of the Star Trackers Track and Field Club in the Bahamas. He has coached a number of athletes who have made many regional and international teams, inclusive of his daughter Devin Charlton. Taking the number 3 position is Perry Seymour, who has defied the odds. Seymour's Grand Slam this year includes winning the Bahamas Softball Federation National Round-Robin Championships in both the men and women's divisions. He coached the Commando Security Truckers in the men's side and the Lady Stingers in the women's end. The Truckers and the Stingers were also the winners of the New Providence Softball Association Championships. Hitting nothing but nets this year on and off the court is Yolette McPhee-McQuinn. The U.S.-based collegiate basketball coach came home and revamped the women's national basketball team last year. The changes made came under a lot of protests. However, she was determined. She worked with the selected players 3 times a day to make sure that they were ready for battle and that the new change bring home the gold that evaded the country for a long time. McPhee-McQuinn, a Freeport native, and her crew finished 3rd at the 2014 hosting of the regional tournament and came back this year and won gold. The team has qualified for the next round of play. Our top pick is none other than Andy Knowles. The Olympian swimmer and now coach has led the Bahamas' swim team at a number of international meets and was head coach of the Bahamas' swim team at 6 Olympic Games, 9 national championships, acted as head coach at the 1991, 1997, 2007, and 2008 World Championships. He has been involved in competitive swimming for more than 40 years. Knowles is a distinguished international level 5 coach. We congratulate all coaches who have contributed to the development of our athletes by putting in countless hours. In our books, you are all winners, and we encourage you to keep pushing. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.